Right, another day, another talk about Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch. And what are we talking about today? Well, we're talking about one of the problems with the Joy-Cons. And it looks like a lot of people are reporting that there is a problem with the left Joy-Con specifically disconnecting mid-game, which obviously isn't a good thing. And what a lot of people are saying is they have no idea why this is happening. I have heard some speculation that it could be to do with the Bluetooth module. And, some people have said that maybe Nintendo have used a cheap Bluetooth module and it's not up to the task. Others have looked at the fact that there is no Bluetooth headset option with the Switch and suggested that maybe the Joy-Cons are causing or are using too much bandwidth. And if they're using too much bandwidth, that will stop you being able to use headsets. So the headsets can't connect. Now, if that's the case and they're using too much bandwidth, then it could be that the bandwidth is getting, in effect, flooded, and then it's causing a disconnect to occur. The problem there is that we're also seeing that these things are disconnecting when you're putting your hand behind your back or you're turning away from the console. And again, that basically causes problems for people trying to work out why that is happening, because really Bluetooth shouldn't disconnect if you do that. So what's the solution and what are Nintendo going to do about it? Well, I've heard that people have said that it's not a problem, and you can guess who those guys are. They're the fanboys. And, people have suggested we should be hearing from Nintendo about this, and I would agree with that. I would say that we should most definitely be hearing something from Nintendo to try and put out the fires on this and say that, hey, look, these are preview versions of the console and this will be sorted at launch. Because at the moment, people are hearing these stories and they're thinking, well, if this isn't sorted at launch, then that's going to cause a problem for being able to use these Joy-Cons. If they're going to disconnect randomly in mid-game, that's not going to be fun, is it? And people talk about Nintendo being a console for fun, primarily a fun system. And, that's always been their selling point. Well, you can't have fun if your system doesn't work properly, and Joy-Cons randomly disconnecting is a problem. It means it's not working properly. So I would say that Nintendo do need to put out a statement about this, and they do need to say that either they're working on it or it's been solved, and it will be solved with the day one patch. The problem, obviously, is if it's a problem with the module, then they may have to recall the console. I hope that doesn't happen, because that would be a disaster, and that would actually kill sales dead as far as I'm concerned. If you've got a console coming out in the middle of a generation where two other consoles are well established, and you release your console and the first thing that happens is you have to recall it, well, that's not good news, is it? So, okay, this is speculation at this stage. We don't know whether it's hardware or whether it's software. Most of us who, there are fanboys out there who think that I want to see the Switch fail. I don't want to see the Switch fail in the sense that I want Nintendo in the market because I want Nintendo to be doing well, because I want to see pressure put on the other two console manufacturers. Competition is good in this marketplace. So I don't want to see the Switch fail. And problems like this could lead to it failing. So it does need to be sorted out. Please let it be a software issue and let that be sorted with the day one patch. If it isn't, as I say, this could end up being a really big problem. And we don't want to see that. We really don't. Okay, anyway, that was a quick one. I don't know what you guys think about it. Do you want to see this addressed? Do you think it's a real problem? Are you the sort of person who thinks, oh, this is rubbish, it's not happening, and, basically sticking your head in the sand and whistling? Or are you like me? Do you think that, given the number of stories we've heard about this and the number of issues that people have had, that this is a real issue and it needs to be addressed? Do you think it's a hardware problem? Do you think it's a software problem that can be addressed easily? Or do you think that we might end up in a situation with this system being recalled, or at least parts of the system being recalled, or even a batch being recalled? It could be that there's just a batch of them that have had a dodgy module or something like that. Whatever the situation, it doesn't look good. It doesn't reflect well on Nintendo and their build quality. And given that, most of the reports I've seen about the build quality are that it's actually pretty good, this doesn't help at all. So, as I say, let us know in the comments what you think. And in the meantime, I'm going to do my usual and go and get a cup of tea. And I will speak to you guys again soon. Bye.